Hello everyone, this is your weekly dose of Celeste. Around 2 months ago, the map that was once a tier 5 silver, Strawberry Jam's Shattersong, has recently been bumped down to a tier 7 due to a strat that allows you to keep a jelly throughout most of the level. But as if it couldn't get any easier, then what was found next would completely destroy the level. This strategy involved using this music sheet, and using this music sheet we can put Madeline into a state where she can fall right out of bounds. Normally in maps where this can be done, it isn't too useful, but if there happens to be a room below where Madeline can fall out of bounds from, then she can enter the room. Fortunately for us, it just so happens that Madeline falls into the room containing the backtrack berry, which you normally access after getting the cassette. This pushed Shattersong Silver from a tier 7 into a standard list silver, making it even easier than 7B golden. Also, there were some quite interesting mods being released last week, such as this mod by No Math Exception. This mod adds an extra menu when a golden is picked up that prevents you from instantly retrying to avoid accidental retries, such as this for example. There was also this mod that was made to assist relay races for Celeste, which is where after one person dies during a level, the controller is passed off to another player. The only issue with this for a while was that due to people using different binds, and the players were forced to use a primary person's binds. That was until last week, where Stymph Undercover made this mod that allows for the participants in the relay race to input their own controller bindings for each participant. Then once it is their respective turns, they can switch to their bindings with a hotkey. This is an incredible idea, and I'm super glad this has finally been made. Lastly, a mod by Radioactive Blue Platypus was made to fix the texture of the yellow, pink and green cassette blocks. This is not as major as the previous mods, but I still thought it was worth showcasing. That might be one of the most tragic farewell deaths. Apparently, you can make fluid simulations with Goober Helper. Clantis, one of the most legendary golden players in the history of Celeste, has golden 7D side again. Now, considering how many times Clantis has done 7D golden, this wouldn't be too impressive. That is until you watch the run and you realise that throughout the entire run, Clantis is using as many speed strats as he can muster, making this run as 70 golden the fastest ever run of 7D, clocking in at just over 16 minutes and 30 seconds. Also, following on from last week, the Celeste sight reading competition has just finished its first week last Friday. The map that was played was called Warp City by TE_79. From this point forward, any maps that have been played can be found on the website for the competition at sightreadcompetition.com. This website was created by Aurora Acquia and it has links to the stream on the Celeste Community Events channel, which, as a reminder, starts at 2 PM EST on every Friday. The main host of this event is Toho, so be sure to go show Toho some support on their own YouTube channel. They make some very awesome content and have done an incredible job at upkeeping this competition. Goober Helper is very broken. Also, strong epilepsy warning for this clip. That is a very bad death. Lastly, the legendary Celeste player and streamer, Vickyy, has made some massive progress on Strawberry Jam's Grandmaster Heartside Golden. In one session, Vickyy managed to reach checkpoint 5 3 times in a row, checkpoint 5 being the checkpoint right after flag 7, which is said to be the most inconsistent flag in the entire level. However, on the first of the 3 times reaching that checkpoint, he unfortunately died to flag 6. But the 2 runs afterwards, however, he managed to reach checkpoint 6, but unfortunately died to flag 3 and 2.
Fair. So fair.
Hi, Editing Dark here. So, as I was editing the script, Vickyy started streaming Grandmaster Heartside Golden attempts again, and actually managed to get 2 checkpoint 6 entries again, both of which unfortunately dying to flag 2. I would highly recommend checking out Vickyy's streams right now, as there is a very high chance he manages to get the golden very soon. Join the Discord in the description if you want to submit your clips, and as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.